All right, you're watching India Today. I'm Nabila Jamal taking you through the further updates. News coming in on massive blow to the Congress party ahead of Gujarat polls. Amid the ongoing tussle in the Gujarat Congress unit, Patidar leader Hardik Patel has resigned from the party today. He took to Twitter, slamming the grand old party. He accuses senior leaders of ignoring real issues and partying abroad. He's also said that party's stand against CAA and NRC and Ram Mandir is condemnable. According to reports, Patel did not even participate in Congress's Chintan Shivir that took place in Udaipur recently. If sources are to be believed, Patel is likely to join BJP next week. He's also met with party's National General Secretary, B.L. Santosh, to talk about his inclusion in the saffron camp. This meeting was held after the nod by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah. Speculations are rife about Hardik Patel's exit from Congress. It's now doing the rounds that he may just resign. And now it appears to be a lot more clear. Earlier last month, he removed the party name from his bio on social media profiles, also changed his profile picture, supporting a saffron shawl. All right, a huge development and a huge setback, undoubtedly. Hardik Patel gives a big blow to the Congress party. He's in fact has, at least so long, for the last 1 month, has been giving out feelers that he's not happy with the Congress party. He did not attend the Chintan Shivir, has been slamming the party on various stands that the Congress party has taken against the Ram Mandir, against CAA. In fact, this certainly comes as a massive blow to the Congress party ahead of Gujarat polls. Here is Hardik Patel, who seems to be a very prominent face of the Congress party in Gujarat. Amid the ongoing tussle in the Gujarat Congress unit, here is Patidar leader Hardik Patel, who's resigned from the party today. A big blow coming to the Congress ahead of polls in Gujarat. He, in fact, has taken to Twitter, slamming the Congress party, the grand old party, accusing senior leaders of ignoring real issues and partying away abroad. Let me quickly cut across to Saurabh, joining us, our reporter, to give us Saurabh Aktania, who's currently in Ahmedabad, following up on all the election progress in the state of Gujarat. Saurabh, what a big setback. Congress party in Gujarat seem to have found some ground thanks to leaders like Hardik Patel, who had quite some clout within the Patidar community. And at a time like this, when elections are just running close, here is Hardik Patel, who has given a big blow to the Congress party, resigned from the grand old party. He slammed the party on various issues. Give us the reason, the real reason for why he's withdrawn. And the real question, is he joining the BJP?
So, well, Nabila, this big blow came to Congress today morning at 10:30, and remember, this was bound to happen because since past 2 months, clearly Hardik Patel was continuously speaking against the party, and he was very much vocal, Nabila, and he was speaking openly in front of media, on social media, and the party was continuously telling that if Hardik Patel has any problem, that he should come to us. Why he's speaking on social media and in front of media? We kept on speaking to Hardik Patel. I spoke to Hardik Patel very recently when there was a rally in Dahod where Rahul Gandhi himself was present. He clearly said that he's not happy with the state leadership. Even after being the working president of the Congress party in Gujarat, he's not been involved in important decisions. He keeps on saying that whenever there is important event or anything important decisions which needs to be taken by the Congress party in Gujarat, he's not involved. Meanwhile, the Congress leaders, senior leaders, kept on saying that Hardik Patel was given all the opportunity. He was in the meeting whenever important decisions were being taken. Why he is upset, we don't know. Recently, when I spoke to Hardik Patel, he clearly said that he's not going to speak to state leadership now. He will directly speak to the party high command. What he said is, I am directly speaking to Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, and after only their interference, and they should take decision immediately because things are very bad. But let me tell you, Nabila, Congress party is going through a very tough time because so many of its stronghold belt, that is the tribal belt, the Saurashtra, the North Gujarat, their leaders from these places have already been leaving the Congress party and joining the BJP and the Aam Aadmi party. And in such time, a very prominent face from the Patidar community, that's the Hardik Patel, leaving Congress party is going to harm Congress party in a lot many ways. Now, Now the bigger question is whether Hardik Patel is going to join BJP. What our sources have told us that very recently, Nabila, let me tell you, just 2 days back, there was a Chintan Shibir of BJP. There was a 2-day Chintan Shibir of BJP where Amit Shah and several top leaders were present in the city of Ahmedabad. And what the sources are telling us, there were closed door meetings with the top party leaders of BJP and Hardik Patel. The Aam Aadmi Party officials are also telling us that earlier they were in talk with Hardik Patel. So it will be very important to see what is the next move of Hardik Patel. The speculations are also being made that in 2 weeks' time, Nabila, Narendra Modi, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going to be in Gujarat for a particular function in Rajkot. There is high possibility that Hardik Patel may be present in that particular event. But let me tell you one more important thing, that when this Patidar Anamat Andolan was happening in 2015, there were several there were several close aides of Hardik Patel who later on after the Andolan joined BJP. We spoke to some of them. One of them is Varun Patel. I spoke to him. What he said is that if Hardik Patel joins BJP, we will not accept him. So there is already a lot of rift in BJP currently.
And that's what we see. But you know, just a little focus, Saurabh, a little focus on Hardik Patel's dramatic exit, because he's not just exited quietly. He's in fact lashed out at the senior leadership of the Congress party, taking a swipe at the state Congress as well as the Congress High Command, saying that they're all busy with their phones. They don't really have time for real issues. He's really written a very explosive resignation letter. I'd like you to focus a little on that and break it down to us. What exactly has he said when he says senior Congress leaders are busy partying away?
So what Hardik Patel was clearly saying, Nabila, is that the state party leadership, there is not a proper leadership. The leaders are busy in their personal work. They are not really focused on the Congress party. They don't want to do anything for the party or to bring up the party. Hardik Patel clearly time and again has said that the Congress party fails to raise the voice of people. Let me tell you, Nabila, he was also one of them who was continuously praising BJP. At the one side, he was not happy with the Congress party. He kept on raising question on the party functioning all the time. At the same time, he also said that people are voting BJP because BJP is doing good work. He also changed his Facebook bio. He also changed his Twitter bio. And he clearly was seen removing the Congress party logo, and he was wearing a saffron shawl. So when we spoke to spoke to Hardik Patel, he clearly said that I am a very proud Hindu. And I am a Hindu follower, and my whole family is a Hindu follower. And so this is what this was the change tone of Hardik Patel, which we saw in the last few months after he started raising voice against the Congress party. Meanwhile, when we continuously tried to speak to the Congress senior party leaders, they clearly said that there was equal opportunity given to Hardik Patel, but he is himself not getting involved in the party decision. So it is up to Hardik Patel to come to us and speak to us and not speak in front of media. But Hardik Patel clearly that after having so much issues with the Congress party, he has left.
And those are the issues that he really spelt out when he also spoke exclusively to India Today. Stay with us, Saurabh. India Today, in fact, was indeed the first channel that unraveled the Congress's implosion within the Gujarat unit. Patidar leader Hardik Patel just a few days ago in an exclusive conversation to India Today highlighted the problems that he has with the grand old party and the top leadership. Let's take a listen to this snippet where he spoke to Rajdeep Sardesai.
पहले दिन चिंतन शिविर है, वहां जाने के बजाय आप अपने कार्यक्रम में लगते हैं. मैसेज तो जाता है ना कि कहीं ना कहीं हार्दिक रूठे हुए हैं. ये आप इनकार मत कीजिए कि आप पूरी तरह से खुश हैं.
नहीं ऐसे देखिए, वो तो सबको मालूम है कि क्यों नाराजगी है. वो तो पार्टी के हाईकमान तक भी हमारी बात रखी हुई है. कोई पद पाने के लिए नाराजगी नहीं है कि हमको वो बना दो, फलाना बना दो. हमारी बात तो जो पार्टी के भीतर हमने रखी है वो वर्क के लिए रखी है. कि
क्यों नाराज है, हमें बताइए क्यों नाराज है हार्दिक पटेल? नाराज क्यों है?
देखिए 2 साल से आपने हमको वर्किंग प्रेसिडेंट बना रखा है, तो 2 साल से आपने अभी तक हमारी ज़िम्मेवारी तय क्यों नहीं की? सिर्फ़ पद देना बड़ी बात नहीं होती। पद के बाद उसके लिए उसका उपयोग करना, काम देना, उस काम में मैं सफल रहूँ, ना रहूँ, वो देखना, वो आपकी ज़िम्मेवारी होती है। जो आज तक नहीं हुआ बस उसी का दुःख है कि हमने 2015-17 में इतने बड़े आंदोलन के बाद जब पार्टी को फ़ायदा दिलवाया, पार्टी को मजबूती दिलवाई और फिर आज हमारे साथ ये होता है तो कभी-कभी दुःख होता है। और हमने आज तक पार्टी को 100% दिया है, पार्टी से कुछ लिया नहीं है कि पार्टी से ले लिया और फिर हम कुछ काम ना किया हो। हमने पूरा काम पार्टी को दिया है, पूरा काम करना चाहते हैं, तो वही बात होती है और उसी कारण थोड़ा दुःख लगता है, इसमें कोई नाराज़गी नहीं है।
All right, India Today's news break has really set the agenda on the biggest political potboiler. A major crackdown by the CBI on the Congress MP Karti Chidambaram after multiple searches at his homes and offices of Karti Chidambaram. The CBI has now arrested Baksharaman, a close associate, Bhaskara Raman, beg your pardon, a close associate of Karti in a bribery and corruption case. On Tuesday, sources revealed that Congress leader Karti Chidambaram was allegedly involved in facilitating visas to Chinese workers for the Talwandi Sabo Power Limited project in lieu of bribe of 50 lakh rupees. The case is now that's been probed in connection with a foreign remittance, and Karti is already under probe now in getting Foreign Investment Promotion Board clearance for INX Media. Searches were conducted at 9 locations, including 3 in Tamil Nadu, 3 in Mumbai, 1 in Punjab, 1 in Karnataka, and in Odisha.
Congress heavyweight P. Chidambaram's son Karti is on CBI's radar. At 6 a.m. Tuesday, CBI team raided 10 locations linked to Congress MP Karti Chidambaram. These include 3 in Tamil Nadu, 3 in Mumbai, 1 in Punjab, 1 in Karnataka and 1 in Odisha. The raided locations also included former Finance Minister P. Chidambaram's official residence in New Delhi. Sources say Karti Chidambaram was allegedly involved in facilitating visas to Chinese workers for the Talwandi Sabo Power Limited project for a bribe of 50 lakh rupees. Karti is already under probe for his alleged role in getting Foreign Investment Promotion Board clearance for INX Media. The CBI has issued an official statement confirming the raids, but doesn't name Karti Chidambaram.
CBI officials, after a search that has gone for nearly 6.5 hours, have come out. They have come out over there and they are trying to leave the premises. This is at the moment when the former Finance Minister P. Chidambaram also stated that they have gone ahead and this raid was conducted in Delhi and various locations. Now, what was the raid about? Did you find any incriminating documents at the spot? Is the raid over?
Reacting to the raids, P. Chidambaram tweeted that the CBI team showed him an FIR in which he was not named as the accused. He claimed that the search team found and seized nothing from his residence. The former finance minister called the timing of the search interesting. The Congress has lashed out at the Narendra Modi government over the raids.
நாங்கள் உள்ளே சென்று எந்த காரணத்திற்காக சோதனை நடத்துகிறீர்கள் என்ன ஏற்கனவே பலமுறை மத்திய குற்றப்புலனாய்வுத்துறை சிபிஐ இன்கம் டாக்ஸ் என்ஃபோர்ஸ்மென்ட் பல ஏஜென்சிகள்
they want to use these instruments and institutions suppress this voice. This is entirely is a political vengeance. Whoever raising voice against the BJP and RSS, and they are using CBI and ED, and the ED is entirely in the hands of Modi and Amit Shah.
उनके ऊपर रेड करके कमजोर करने की कोशिश चल रही है। तो वो ये चाहते हैं जो वोकल लोग हैं, जो लड़ने वाले हैं कांग्रेस में, उनको टारगेट बनाया जा रहा है।
Chidambaram was earlier questioned and jailed for more than 100 days in connection with the INX probe. Trial is pending in that case. With Pramod Madhav in Chennai, Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, Bengaluru rains have become the centre focus. Tuesday night's rains have really wreaked havoc, leaving Bengaluru quite battered. A trail of destruction in several areas of Bengaluru city. Chickpet commercial hub in Bengaluru was fully inundated. We're looking at several other areas that we saw waterlogging being reported. Unprecedented rains over the last few days. Bengaluru's temperatures too, over the last few days have beat several of the best hill stations. Unfortunately though, people of Bengaluru reeling under the crisis of extensive flooding within city limits. Challenges for residents and shopkeepers unending as basements have been completely waterlogged. In major arterial roads, several parts of the city, barely any traffic movement because of severe rains. Unfortunately, 2 deaths reported in the city after civic workers lost lives while battling all that waterlogging and trying to clear out those areas. 2 workers unfortunately succumbed. Orange alert has now been issued for Bengaluru on May 18th as heavy rains predicted. The IMD has also stated that coastal and south interior Karnataka is likely to receive heavy to very heavy rainfall with isolated thunderstorms and lightning. The Met Department has predicted very heavy to extremely heavy rainfalls in other parts of Karnataka as well, including Tamil Nadu and Kerala over the next 5 days.
There are many holes. When water is there, the people doesn't know if their holes are there. 2-wheelers, 3-wheelers, 4-wheelers, everything gets damaged. This is the whole scenario. And yesterday also many water has gone to the many shops.
Every time the rainy season, this problem is here only, like that only. They will come, visit, see and move on. They don't do any work here.
On Tuesday nights, heavy rains have lashed Bengaluru and the rains have left a trail of destruction across the city. Many areas in Bengaluru have been left inundated, and in some places, while the water has receded, it has left behind a trail of slush. Now, I'm at Central Business District in Bengaluru and at Chickpet, which is one of the most busiest areas in the city and is known to be a shopping hub. And here you see the roads are filled with slush. And the road is barely commutable, and you see vehicles, cars and even people finding it very difficult to commute to this road. And you can see there are a lot of potholes as well on the road, and it's filled completely with slush. Now the water is receded, but the road is yet to be clean, and here you can see the state of the pavement here as well. And you can see how dilapidated, in what dilapidated condition this pavement is. And with this condition, all traders have requested the BBMP to come out and clear up this mess and ensure to give them better roads so that when it rains, the water gets receded soon and people don't have to suffer. And also another point is that the metro is very just nearby from the Chickpet place. So people who go to the metro also are left to go through a lot of difficulty because of the condition of the roads here. So people are requesting the BBMP to come out and give them a solution as early as possible. With video journalist Madhu, this is Kartik for India Today.
All right, now incessant rains also continue to wreak havoc in several other parts of Northeast. In Assam, floods and landslides resulted in multiple deaths, affecting nearly 2 lakh people across 20 districts. National and state disaster response forces have been pressed into service to carry out rescue and relief operations in the flood-hit areas. In Nagaon district, residents were forced to leave their houses as River Kopali is now flowing over the danger mark. In Arunachal Pradesh, landslides due to heavy rains resulted in at least 5 deaths. Taking stock of the situation there, rising due to heavy rains and continuous flooding, Chief Minister Pema Khandu appealed all to take precautionary measures, especially those living along the banks, the river banks, and streams and landslide-prone areas.